A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is in our Constitution, the United States of America, Second Amendment right as written by James Madison. Now this doesn't necessarily answer does that pertain to an individual's right to keep and bear arms. As you can see, I myself am a supporter of an individual's right to keep and bear arms. This is a question that's been fought over in our Supreme Court for well over 200 years. About 3 years ago, I received my degree in criminal justice. This helped me to make my decisions as to where my career would advance to, and firearms were a big part of that. After my technical degree, I went to the military and became a security forces officer, or an MP as most people might recognize it in the Army, military cop. Now, upon completion of basic and graduation at the Security Forces Academy, I came back home as a reservist, and I was stationed at Keesler, but I still needed a full-time gig. I applied as a state constable working out in the city of Gulfport. Again, even there, firearms were a big part of my life. But that's not where it started. It actually started in my youth. When I was 11 years old, my mother gave me a BB gun, something she was very strongly against doing at first. My father talked her into it. She was scared I was going to pop my eye out with one of the BBs. But after a few years, I showed my responsibility in it and how I could handle it. When I was 16, I was finally awarded with a .22 rifle, my first real gun. With my practice with the BB gun and my iron sights, I was pretty good with the iron sights on the .22. And I used this a lot to get rid of the snakes on our property, the pond, the barn, the wooded area on our land. But it's a little harder to hit a snake with a .22 than it is a shotgun. So when I was 18 years old, my father gifted me a 16 gauge pump shotgun, beautiful weapon. I didn't miss any snakes after that. But the military taught me how to use an M16A2, an M4, the M68 Red Dot, 203 grenade launcher, easily attached on either, the M16 or the M4, M9 pistol, the 249 AR, which takes 5.56 NATO rounds, the 240 Bravo, 7.62 rounds, also NATO, and that's strictly belt-fed, usually seen on a tripod. And then my own personal weapons. These are a few which I've collected over the years. Require up to a .22, a .380, 9mm, 45, 12, 16, 20 gauge. Quite a collection. Not only firearms, but bows as well. My trusty one. Now, here are some examples of some of the firearms, but the ammunition ranged from a .22, .380, 9mm, and 45, hollow point and ball. All different uses for different specifications. Some target, some practice, home defense. It's up to you how you wish to use your ammunition in your firearm. Now some people would argue that a person doesn't need that many guns, or only killers would want guns in excess. I can gladly smirk at those remarks and say that that's not so. I'm not that good of a hunter. I'm not even that good of a fisherman. I've never taken a human life, and I plan never to, and I hope I never have to. And yes, it is true that a gun is designed to kill, something which I am, believe it or not, strongly against. If things can be settled with words, settle them with words. Now, some people choose to live their lives as wolves and prey off those who are sheep. Some people choose to live their life as sheep and avoid the wolf. But for those of us who choose to live our lives as sheepdogs, understand the value of teeth as much as wolves. Or any football coach will tell you that the best defense is good offense. Most fathers that I know would feel a lot safer if their daughters knew how to use a firearm. This will end my presentation. Thank you for listening.